All right, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are all doing good. Today is October 14th. It's 8:38 a.m. Eastern, and we are going to, get right into the charts. I did some pre-market analysis this morning. I'm going to show that off. I'm also going to finish doing what Gary suggested yesterday, which is writing down my risks so I don't have to overthink it in the moment. I can just look at it. I do need tape for that. I might have to go get some tape so I can tape that above my desk. But anyway, actually, I'm going to go get some tape and then I'll be right back. But good morning, everyone. Good morning. Guys, I actually found some sticky notes. So this is going to work a little, way better. But I'm going to basically tape the risk conversions across accounts. Not tape. Now that I found sticky notes, I'm just going to set them above my desk here. So just give me a second while I do this. Where's my phone? I actually need this. I need to look at it to see the risk conversions. So I'm gonna be doing these sticky notes for my risk. So if I'm not talking, that's why. Okay, risk level number 1. I might just do this later. I could, for today, I'm just gonna use the note on my phone, and then later on, later on I'm gonna have all the sticky notes. So, guys, I'm very excited today because I really do think that there could be opportunity. It's looking kind of nice. We got a giant RTH gap that's going to form to the upside. We got, here, let me show you guys. Let me set up my personal account. Let me set up my Top Step. Okay. So, I'll just do Control. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll just do Control Z here until my old notes pop up, or they're not gonna pop up. Okay, let's just get them. let's just redraw everything. So, what I had before is essentially we have RTH gap that's going to form to the upside. Check this out, right? You can see how when we open, right, we're going to open somewhere down here, and that means that we're going to have an RTH gap to the upside when the market does open. So like that. Makes sense? So that's the first item of business. Second item of business is we're going to have previous day's low here. We have previous day's low here, which is also the void. Right now we are sweeping it with SMT. These are things I put in my general chat. Let's see. Yeah, so I put very simple way to get bias. Guys, my ear's clogged. Hang on, I'll be right back. Actually, let me set up all my risk first, or not my risk, but I'm gonna make sure all my accounts are up and ready to execute. Okay. Alright, daily loss limit on personal is set. Boom. Okay, set up to buy market order. We got that set up now. Now let's go to Top Step. Make sure we're ready for that. Right, it's saying we're gonna have a market order, putting my phone on low power mode. Alright, MNQ, there we go. MNQ is up and ready to go. Maybe I do kind of want to finish the risk levels. Okay, anyway, we're below 18 o'clock, which is of yesterday, which is the true week open. below midnight, which is the true day open. So yeah, I'm basically anticipating expansion up. We might get that actually right now, and I'm honestly being prepared to take a trade, like, because this right here, low resistance or high resistance liquidity, will become low. I could see it becoming low resistance here pretty soon, and we just kind of tapped equilibrium of the displacement leg. So this is looking like a 2022 model. Yeah, look. So I'm ready to take a trade if we get a clean move out of this. And I know that sounds crazy, but like I gotta be able to execute, right? And I do think this is pretty clean. Then again, we might want to wait for maybe a sniper model would be better here. We'll just have to see. But we got a accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We don't have 922 yet, which, yeah. Oh, but you know what though? We don't need 922 if Q2 is manipulating already. So, for instance, 7:30 was the true open. Or 7:30 of the 6 hours. Yeah. So 7:30. Oh. The other thing I gotta remember to do is put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And we were also below 722 or 752. Whew! Look at that. Look at the way we manipulated 752. Okay, so we did have this 5-minute gap at equilibrium. Yeah, I wanted to take an entry down there. I mean, clearly we used equilibrium here. So we're reacting off a 15-minute BPR. We used equilibrium. It's tricky because, like, I know I want to take a trade to the upside, but I'm like trying to figure out what's the trade, you know? One minute change in state. Oh, and we have another SMT too with YM. Okay, things are getting real nice. So this is SMT with, oh, it's a 90-minute SMT. Alright, guys, we gotta take advantage of this, because this is really, really nice. Whoops. We got a fair value gap right there. Patience. I mean, this 1 minute change in state should be fine. But yeah. Alright, let's just put a limit order there. Then again, we could wait for my sniper model, which is OTE of the leg. We could also basically wait. It's always possible we could wait for here. Let's think. Yeah, no, I think this is correct. That this idea is correct. It's got displacement. It's a nice gap. Honestly, this is probably as far down we're gonna drop. Wait, let's check stat map. Oh yeah, session statistical manipulation level. That's what we like to see. And it's below 730 as well. Okay, when we induce this low, six, so that's 12 on top step. Okay, so this would be, let's see. So I can't take it on personal, unfortunately. Okay, when we induce this low, I'm going to go in with 12 on top step. Okay.
Order filled.
Alright, this looks clean. So I'm basically taking this as a 2022 model. below every single true open. We got both SMTs. Hey, Javier. So I am just going to take it like this. And yeah, we'll just have to see. But I am not taking this on personal, unfortunately. So let's just go, we'll go break even if we retake this high. Okay, so yeah, I'll just go break even here. No harm in break even. Well, I don't need to yet. Actually, let's just chill. Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, once again, I'm at the point where I'm not even taking this on personal, so I don't even care what happens. It's just Top Step. So now I could take a separate. Yeah. No, I'm not. I can't do a separate. I could do a. I can do a trade on one of my other accounts, but. Okay, at this point, we're getting displacement, going break even, pretty reasonable. So I'll just go break even now. Yeah, I'm gonna take profit at that obvious draw on liquidity, which is right here, right? Yeah, so this is where I'm taking profit. This is 3.4R if this hits. Once again, I'm pretty content right now with whatever, because this is just the Top Steps, dude. So like the top, that's like the only one. I'm only trading one Top Step right now. So it goes to show, like, when you have less risk on the line, you trade better, because you literally you're so emotionless. Like, I don't even care. I don't even care. It's just one of the account. I don't even have more than one account right now. So it goes to show, like, when you risk less, you actually trade better. It's so funny. Like, I'm not even taking this on personal. And of course, this is the one that is going, but we're just. But it goes to show, just like you risk what you can do to be completely emotionless while being in the trade. Like, I'm completely emotionless right now. I really don't care if it comes to break even. It's obvious draw on liquidity, low resistance highs, so I'm just chilling. I'm completely fine with break even. I'm not even probably going to be emotional if it hit break even because it's a risk only on one account. I just don't care. So yo, yeah, I'm in a long. I took the fair value gap entry, like the 2022 gap that formed after we got 90. We had a previous day's low SMT, 90-minute SMT. We tapped the equilibrium of the 15-minute BPR, and then we got a 1-minute break of structure, 1-minute 2022 gap, inducement into the low, into the gap below every true open, and I just induced that low. So I'm not break even, and I'm pretty emotionless about this because once again, it's just like I don't know. It's super small risk. It's only on one account, so it's like it's funny because this is exactly what I mean when I say like because I'm not actually I'm not even in this on personal, right? And that's the funny thing about it is the fact that it's like less. I'm only doing it on one. I only have one top step now, by the way. And because it's only one, I'm so much more chill. Because it's only one account, I'm so much more chill. So yeah, I'm at break even now, as you can see, and I'm very chill about this. I don't care whatever happens, honestly. But I think draw on liquidity is strong here. So yeah, I'm gonna have the break even spot. Like I'll probably do a little bit in profit because you know, yeah, I'll do a little bit in profit because I just don't want to get stopped out for loss. Or actually, I'll just do like that. That's fine. So yeah, once again, like completely emotionless because I guess what I'm trying to say is because it just doesn't matter. It's just one account. Alright. Yeah, this is using true opens and RTH gap. And also, yeah, true opens, RTH gap, and what was the other thing I said? SMTs. I might just go get breakfast because it literally doesn't even matter now. Actually, now we could tape read. This is such an obvious 5-minute IPG. What the? Yeah, it is interesting. Dang, Javier. Man, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. You think it'll retest? I'm at break even now, by the way, guys. I forgot to put that on the chart here. But I definitely went break even probably when we got this displacement candle there. But once again, I don't really care if it ends up being break even because it's just one account. I couldn't take it on more than one. I couldn't take it on personal. Yeah. Yeah, it just goes to show like when you are risking a small amount that makes you completely emotionless, it becomes very easy to just execute a trade that's just popping off the chart, and then you're emotionless, and then it just, so far it's working out. Oh yeah, definitely worth a watch. Once again, it's so different in this situation because I didn't even take it on personal, and then because of that, like, I was pretty chill about the execution. I didn't even overthink it. I just clicked the button and then instant. Because I'm only taking this on one top step right now, so it just goes to show, like, if you risk only what you're able to risk with it, with being completely emotionless, you're actually going to trade a lot better. And yeah, just something to note. I might go get breakfast, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go get breakfast. I am at break even, by the way, guys. As you guys already knew that, but you can see here, very much at break even. So, and then if it ends up being break even, I'll chill out, go on a walk, relax, and yeah, and prepare to take possibly another trade later on. Wow, that inversion is just, man, this has gotta be a Jan entry. Hold up, let's get rid of everything. This has gotta be a Jan entry. Don't you think? We're this 100%. This is a Jan entry. I really actually want to take this on personal, because I feel like this is going to be a pretty sniper Jan entry right here. I just don't even know if it's allowed because I'm already in a trade. I'll do a half risk inducement. Half risk when we induce this low.
Order filled.
I got break evened. Yeah. Oh. Alright, time to go on a walk. Yeah, I think the lesson there is no doing alt trade accounts while I'm in a trade on the real accounts. That's a lesson. So I'm gonna write that in my notes. But yeah, I'm gonna go on a walk, guys. Look, we just took 730, so Okay. So, just went on that walk. Actually, I'm gonna go on a little walk for a little longer. But yeah, I just want to completely reset, and then since it was a break even, I have unlimited break evens and wins. So. Yeah, since it was a break even, I have unlimited break evens and wins. That's really it. That's all to say about it. So yeah, I learned a lesson there. That's the thing. On Top Step, I was just up 1R. I was up 1R on Top Step. But yeah, I only took the trade on Top Step, so I wasn't up on personal. I didn't take it on personal. Because my new rule is if I can't have the appropriate size stop loss and take the trade on personal, then I can't take it. And I also now I'm just having to realize if I take a trade on personal, and I can't take a trade on an alt account on personal if I'm in the real account. If I'm in on the real account, I can't take 2 trades at a time. That's just not allowed. I can't do that anymore. So yeah, I'm chilling out right now. I do think that we'll still go higher. I'm kind of just waiting for market open, and I think the market open is going to deliver us higher. And so I'm going to be patient. We are still below all the true opens. And now this is 922. So now we're going to be below 922. So let's get rid of this one. 922 is all we care about here. And then honestly 928 will be an important time as well. So watch for 928. We're going to wait for 928. And then I'll re-enter probably around market open with the idea that we should deliver to the upside here. The interesting thing. What? So no profit if less than 2R. With that specific trade, I had conviction in the LRLR, so I didn't do anything. Still have conviction in the LRLR here. This is how I prefer to manage the trade in that scenario. So same thing here. We're below all the true opens. I think market open will deliver us to go run the liquidity here. So I'm waiting for 928. So yeah, I have unlimited break evens and wins. And yeah, no more trades on alt accounts if it's at the same time. And alt accounts, I'm not having alt accounts. Honestly, just ignore that I even said that. Because when I take a trade on... Never mind. Okay. So yeah, I have unlimited break evens and wins. I mean, this could be high resistant. It's possible. But with the RTH gap above, I'm leaning in the time-based SMTs. I'm leaning towards low resistant. So now we're retesting this 1 minute change in state of delivery out of the 15-minute BPR, and it's an inducement of this low. So this is really nice, and it's below all the true opens. So I said that just a second too late because now we're going higher. So okay. But yeah, you can see why this was nice, right? We induced the lows into the change in state. We're 728, 928. So yeah, like I said, market open likely gonna deliver us to go run that liquidity. I mean, if we purge the low one more time, that would be pretty, pretty nice. So yeah, now we have 928 there. So if we induce this low into the change in state, I don't know if we would, but it's not really looking like we will. But we are getting a 5-minute inversion. Okay, this is, I like the inversion. Oh, but we didn't get it. If we induce this low, I'm going to take this.
Order filled.
Oh yeah, I try and make sure I always check news. All right.
Order filled.
I guess it was high resistant. I guess it was high resistant. Okay, I'm done for the day. Alright, I'm going on a walk. Alright, done for the day. Holy. So yeah, this wasn't low resistance, this was high resistance. And so this is something we gotta pay attention to now. It's interesting. I thought that we were going, like, I thought we had a time-based SMT to the upside. I thought we got previous day's low SMT, so I thought maybe we'd go run that low resistance liquidity and fill that RTH gap, but I guess it might have been because it's not 10 a.m. That might have been why, right? But yeah, I'm done for the day. Tried my best. Got absolutely blown by the market. I don't know if that's the right word. Probably not. So, yeah, nice high resistant liquidity. But that's not a rule. It's all about understanding the narrative. Like, theoretically, you know, if I knew this was Judas swing, then I could have traded the Judas swing to the downside. So obviously this was high resistance. No, that's not a rule. That's not a rule, bro. So now we're getting a 90-minute SMT. Okay, so this is probably going to be Dark Phoenix right here, because now we're getting a 90-minute SMT. Or no. It's not 90-minute SMT. Just kidding. But it is SMT. Nah, I'm not upset. I'm gonna learn from the trades. It is what it is. I'm not upset at all. I'm gonna learn from the trades. I'm not upset. It's fine. I'm gonna learn from it. Obviously, this was high resistance. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's honestly fine. I don't even, like, once again, now the only thing I should have done differently is I should not have taken a trade on personal if I can't if I can't take a trade on personal if I'm already in a trade on my real accounts. I can't take two trades at once. So that's a lesson I learned. But guys, I think I'm gonna take a break, go get breakfast, and then I'll finish tape reading for the rest of the session. But clearly this was obviously high resistant. Yeah, but the main two things I learned, right? I mean, it kind of goes in hand with yesterday, but if I'm taking a trade on my personal alt accounts, which are basically meaning I can do. You took the shorts? Nice. But yeah, basically the point is I learned something. That's all you really need to know is I learned something. So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go get something to eat for breakfast. I don't know. I'll watch it on my phone. I'll message in the chat if I see anything. But I'm not gonna be taking any more trades. I'm just gonna be tape reading. So, yeah. Alright guys, I am back. There's nothing to be upset about with today. I took a break-even trade that I liked. I took a losing trade that I liked. And now I'm done for the day. I'm going to reflect on it. I'm going to learn from it. That's kind of the whole point, is you just take things, then you evaluate and you learn. And I'm never going to be perfect. So we're going to learn from it. The one thing I will say is, you guys may have seen me on my phone clicking a button. That's because I was trying to take a personal account trade at the same time I was already in the trade on my Top Step, and that's something that I'm not ever going to do again. If I want to take a separate, because I have sub accounts for different things. So I have my main account, which is for copy trading across all firms and taking full size risk on my personal account. But then I'll have sub accounts. Thanks, Kirk. I appreciate it. But then I have sub accounts for, like, if I wanted to take a trade during London or Asia, I have a half risk account specifically for taking a trade in London or Asia. If I want to take a second trade in New York, I have the personal account, a half risk personal account specifically for that. And then the third one I have is just like a half risk other / just for fun account, which it still has to be a real trade. But yeah, so basically I have a whole bunch of half risk accounts that are for separate trades, but I can't take those accounts at the same time I take the main trade. And that's probably my biggest takeaway from today is, when I execute the real trade, don't try and execute other trades on the sub accounts while I'm in the real trade, right? So yeah, like I was saying though, guys, I took 2 trades. we're gonna keep tape reading throughout the day, so we're gonna keep locking in. But like I was saying, I tried my best. I took a break-even trade that I liked. It hit 1R, hit break-even. Cool, right? Then I took another trade that I liked, a 1-minute change in state, to go run that liquidity. It ended up being high resistant and not low resistant, and then I got absolutely cooked. But if that had been low resistant, probably would have hit max take profit. So once again, like I tried my best. I took a trade that I liked, and yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna learn from it. We're gonna figure it out. So with that, that's the attitude we gotta have. Not upset at all. Just gonna keep going and keep learning. So, yeah, you can clearly see this was not low resistant. This was high resistant. And it's important to figure out why. Like, why was this high resistant and not low resistant? Because I kind of thought, okay, 1-minute change in state. You clearly see how we induced this low. 1-minute bullish unicorn. Dude, 1-minute unicorns I used to get wrecked on those all the time back in the day. I remember the days I took 1-minute unicorns, bro. But you can clearly see we had a 1-minute change in state. We induced the low into the change in state. So I was thinking, you know how powerful it would be if we induced the low again into the change in state, right? Because we had the change in state right here. Like, I was thinking, okay, if we induce the low again, this is going to be a sniper entry. And clearly it was just high resistant liquidity, and we're going to learn from it and figure out why. But yeah, 1-minute change in state here. And then we induce the low, and then it just delivers lower, and yeah, we're going to learn from it. Maybe, I'm curious, one reason for why might have been, yeah, you can see, look at how 730 and 922. Yeah, I was bullish today as well. We had the RTH gap above, all that stuff above. Very tricky day, but it was a high resistant liquidity day, and we're going to learn from it. And today's a perfect example of how are we going to figure out in the future when liquidity is going to be high resistant versus when it's not. And so we have to dig into the charts and figure it out. Like, why? Why was today high resistant when normally a lot of time market open will deliver to go run that low resistant liquidity, right? Why was specifically today high resistant when a normal day might not have been high resistant. Right? So we got to go into the charts to figure this out. There's always a reason. There always is. But when I saw market opened it, I'm like, nah, I'm bearish. Yeah. Market open very well could have expanded us, but market open was weak as heck, dude. Market open was like, I thought maybe, right? Since here's what I was thinking, right? You see how the 1 minute change in state off the 15-minute BPR? You see how this 1 minute change in state, we induce this low into the BPR below all the true opens? So I was thinking, okay, market open, that's the type of thing to deliver us higher. We were below 730, which is the true session open. We were below 922, which is the true 90-minute open. And then, I was thinking that this would just be another inducement off of this BPR. And market open definitely had other plans. But like I said, it was because it was high resistant. It was high resistant liquidity. This isn't random price action. Random price action would look like this. Boop, 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 boop. Like, just random price action would look like this. Like, that's random. This is very specifically high resistant in this exact situation because it's not yet ready to go run liquidity. Like, it is so obvious. There's a difference between random price action and very precise, perfectly moving price action. And that's why I'm never going to give up with trading, because it's just so obvious to me. And it makes sense too. Like, if the market's not yet ready to go run liquidity, all the people thinking this is low resistance are going to get wrecked. And that's just, common sense. People want to fade other people. My high resistance indicator says the 15-minute 445 swing point was high resistance. Interesting. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we can't be too upset. I tried my best. I'm going to definitely have a deep back testing session on this day specifically, because this day, it's one of those situations where if we can master, like, when the market's going to be high resistant, it uses candle pair theory. What the? What is that, bro? But if we can master when the market's going to be high resistant, and then we get a trade to the downside off of this high resistant liquidity, we're going to, like, on a future trade, right? Because it's not like this type of signature and price action is going to stop. There's going to be so many more trades that happen where we'll get an inversion to the upside. Everyone and their mom is bullish because they think we're going to go run low resistant liquidity, and then market opens weak. And then it's like, okay, well, we just kind of had another failure swing into the high resistant liquidity, and market opens weak, and then bang, we short. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the only time that this is going to happen. So, we have to learn from it. Seeker, Stoss, ICT stuff. Interesting. But you get what I mean? And some of the most powerful trades, guys, come from conceptualizing imagining what the 95% of everyone else is probably doing at a specific time. Only true Jedi understand the forces. But, part of profitable trading really is conceptualizing what 90% of everyone else is doing at a specific time. Like, at this point, you could probably say, wow, everyone's long. And then, like, maybe don't take the trade, just think everyone else is long. Oh, market opens weak. Oh, we're starting to slip. Boom. Get on side with the distribution. You know what I'm saying? It's conceptualization. So this is a very similar type of thing. Like, this could be the exact same thing, ironically. Like, it looks like an inversion, and we might go run liquidity here. I don't know. I'm cooked? What do you mean I'm cooked? I'm not taking any more trades today. I'm just tape reading. Always ask yourself, what would Dodgy do? Dodgy would have taken this inversion and got wrecked. Dodgy does not know when to. Dodgy doesn't know how to use high resistant liquidity to fade an inversion for value gap. Let's just say that. He doesn't know. Dodgy doesn't know. Dodgy just says, well, I just know that it should break later. He doesn't know we can actually short in confluence with the high resistant liquidity to fade everyone. So once again, this is something we need to be paying very close attention to. This is either going to do one of two things, and it's going to be neither else, right? It's either going to go run liquidity, or it's going to be high resistance. This is essentially a test, right? And based off of how it performs is the type of trade that we're going to take. So I'm going to do a tape read here, and we're going to take a tape read to see how well we can understand high resistant versus low resistant liquidity. If I had to guess right now, I actually think this could end up being high resistant. We have a bearish SMT right now. But could I be totally wrong? Absolutely. But this could definitely be another high resistant failure swing. Then again, we kind of did fill the gap, and also, so it's kind of hard to tell right now. It's kind of hard to tell. Could be low resistant, could be high resistant, but it's really only going to be one or the other. Is really what I would say. We'll just have to see. I gotta blow my nose. But yeah, just tape reading only the rest of the day. What do you guys think? Vote. I want you guys to vote in the chat. Is this going to be high resistant or low resistant? Or is it going to be neither? Pick. Everyone in chat, pick. What do you guys think? High resistant or low resistant? I'm not sure, to be honest. You know, one thing that might help with this idea is, you think it's going to be low resistance? Yeah, so far it looks like we're breaking this. I'm guessing it's been just enough time of high resistance that it's just ready to be low resistance now. You know, where's the first presented for value gap? Oh, that's not it. That's not even it. Oh, wow. There was a first strike opportunity. There was a first strike opportunity. You guys see this? You see the way we reuse this old first presented for value gap? So here's the first presented for value gap. We inverse it. We fill it and back test it. Nice. Yeah, this oh my gosh, guys. This is a type of trade where we would be banking right now. This is just amazing first strike here. Do you guys see it? First presented for value gap. What we can do is we can drop down, find 15-second change in state. Oh my gosh, bro. You guys see how clean this is? And the reason we would take this is because eventually we know this high resistant liquidity is going to be low resistant. So we have 15-second change in state here, inducing the low. Yeah, this was clean, guys. So far this is playing out. You guys kind of see what I'm saying? So first presented for value gap. And it happened after 10 a.m. Yeah, well, true, but also I've seen market open expand to go run the liquidity. I mean, it's just, I think it's okay. We're just trying to get better. I'm not upset. It's fine, bro. Dang, Shani, you took the shorts and the longs. So yeah, we have manipulation here. Jake, can you do me a favor? Yeah. What? Here, let's actually mark this out like this. Okay, sounds good. If you want to show me, that's cool. Up to you. What's the favor, though? So yeah, you can see how the first strike model is just goated. We've seen this happen so many times. Wow, what a beautiful trade here. So then we induce this low into the change in state. What color is your lightsaber, red or blue? I probably have a blue one. What about you? Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's check this out, right? How far up are we going off of the first strike here? We are already at the 4th standard. See, look how powerful it is. If you could just hit, we're going to go to the 8th standard deviation, dude. I already know. So this is why I don't get upset about losses, because hitting one first strike like this, you're going to make hitting one first strike like this, you're going to make everything back. You're going to make this takes back 4 losses if you hit this. And then if you hit the 8th, I would probably target the end of this. I would target the end of the LRLR here. And that's 5R, right? You take this trade and it hits, you make back 5 losses. This is why I don't care about losses. It's just a loss is just, it's just a losing trade. It's just a losing trade. I do not care. Like, if we I don't care how many trades I lose. I could lose 8 times and then hit 2 first strikes at 5R, and then I'll actually be in profit 2R. That's why I do not care. This is why I do not care at all. Because I know that when we do catch wins, we're going to make it back. And that's kind of, just logic about how trading works, right? It's risk management. But I got to work on having patience and waiting for quality setups. And it's all just, work in progress. Kirk says we should wait till 10 a.m. Yeah. Possibly. Yeah, so nice first strike here. And we obviously had low resistant liquidity all through here, so. You're running 9R? Dude, how are you not a millionaire yet? Or maybe you are. Shane, are you a millionaire? That's crazy. Alright, well, I think we'll continue to go finish running this LRLR. Your favor is this. Saving and investing, nice. So this was Tuesday, 10:14 or 10:15. Wait, no, 10:14. And then this was first strike at 10:15. One minute aligned with the 15-second. What's your favor? We are now above all key open times according to my key open times indicator. Yeah, but we gotta finish running this LRLR. That's liquidity's number one. So we're actually, we're almost at the end of it. So yeah, we could get reversal out of this. Shaney, what's your favor, bro? Four-hour time frame. Okay. Okay, I'm at the 4-hour time frame. What do you want me to do? Let's go, I got a sub. I'm gonna have a video come out on how to trade my first strike model eventually. Oh. Put gradients on the red and down close candles. Okay. Yeah, I was seeing ICT do that. It's pretty cool. Put gradients on the red down close candle. Like that? The whole candle? I don't understand. Like that? I don't get it. Or like this one. The last candle. Oh, this one. Oh, like this. I will admit that's pretty cool. I'm gonna start using that. Thank you, Shani. Appreciate it. Very, very cool stuff. Very, very cool. Jake trades it approved. I like it. Yeah, guys, I don't know. What else do we even tape read? What else do we look at? I don't know. I mean, at this point, now we finished running the LRLR. So, I don't know. I guess I gotta finish putting sticky notes up above my desk. I'm gonna do that right now. Nice. Okay, level 2. Alright, I'm putting all the risk calculations on the sticky notes now. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Shani. Alright, sticky note number 2. That's crazy. And a 369 time? That's beautiful. 369's a powerful. Yeah, that's awesome. Wait. Wow. That's pretty cool. Oh, we're below 2 month open. True. Okay, I'm still writing sticky notes, so if I'm not talking that much, that is why. But this is gonna help me in the future with my risk calculation, which is actually very important. So. True. Yeah, the interesting thing about the markets is a lot of people, they don't understand how it moves in AMD, so they think, oh, it's going lower, I gotta buy more, or it's undervalued, or if it's going higher, I gotta sell, it's overvalued. And it's interesting because that's exactly why the phenomenon of AMD works, is because as it's moving higher, people are like, oh, I gotta sell into this move, and as it's pumping, they end up becoming liquidity way higher up. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna do the first 3 sticky notes, and then I'm gonna chill out on sticky notes for now. Okay. After hours. Okay, let me make sure this is right. Standard is 3. Top step is 12. Apex is 36. Okay. After hours is 0. Personal 0. Standard is 3. Top step is 12. Apex is 36. Alright, I did the first 3 sticky notes. I'm gonna chill on sticky notes for now. Eventually I want to have it memorized, but for now, sometimes you gotta have a cheat sheet. Like it's just a little cheat sheet to calculate the risk. So. I'll probably keep tape reading, but I kind of want to take like a little break. I know I was just on a break, but I don't know. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a little walk. Okay. Hi everyone. um hmm I don't know. I'm obviously gonna review it in detail later, but I'm not gonna lie, just kind of exhausted. Let's just screenshot the trades as I took them, and with all the confluences, and then we'll be done. So as far as the original trade, the break-even one, we took out previous day's low, which was the low of the end dog, or no, yeah, it was the high of the end dog, the end wog. So I really do want to detail this because I think it's a valuable lesson. And then we had a 15-minute BPR here. And then first trade I took was essentially that when we, not partial previous day's low SMT, regular SMT. Then we ended up getting 90-minute SMT with this low. And with all of this in mind, you kind of just feel like, all right, we should be cooking here. Oh my gosh. No way. The Magneto effect, dude. The Magneto effect at work again. Whoa. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Right? So here's one 90-minute SMT. Whoa. If you guys see what I'm seeing, that's pretty cool, right? We have one 90-minute SMT here. But then what happens, guys? Then we get a 90-minute SMT with this high. Technically, it's a partial 90-minute SMT. But still, Magneto effect. Wow, what a cool phenomenon. What the? My computer disconnected, bro. I see your Magneto and raise you one. 10 a.m. open. Once again, was this before 10? This was at market open. This wasn't even at 10 a.m. So I don't know, man. You don't really need to wait till 10 a.m. And then we had a 22-minute partial SMT. So yeah, guys, stop complaining that the market, you're losing your trades. Observe the market in its natural state and you'll realize, oh wow, I was just offside, right? The market's never wrong. Boom. Dead. Dead. See what I'm saying? And then as well, we manipulated all the true opens. 730, 922, and 928. So you see why the market actually seeked sell side, not buy side. And honestly, guys, if you could just have an indicator that could mark the SMTs out, it'd make things so much simpler. But that's probably why there's not one, because it would be too powerful. It would be way too powerful. Where's midnight? We're below midnight. They are not good, dude. The SMT indicators are not good. Why can't I search? I don't know why I'm... all the dead people are all down here. So do you kind of see why today happened the way that it did? We had the Magneto effect, where 90-minute S&T was delivering us higher, and then boom, delivery lower off of the new SMT that formed. And we had another 22-minute SMT here. But you guys see this, right? You guys see what I'm saying, right? The Magneto effect working very, very well. And all of a sudden, boom. Dead. Oh, I didn't even realize I could turn the skulls like that. A whole bunch of dead bodies. Well, skeletons. Or, I don't even know. And then we could also... I see you, Jake. I don't know what that means, but okay. Magneto effect at its finest, guys. At its finest. We can also do the same exact thing on YM, where we can mark out our true opens. You probably have the most creative names in trading history. What do you mean, bro? I describe real things that occur in the market because no one else has names for them. They're real. No one else has names for them. Someone's got to make the name. Gary's so funny. Someone's got to make the names, bro. So, yeah, YM did not really use true opens at all. YM's true opens were all the way up there. So, yeah, we didn't... Once again, only one asset needs to really take the true opens. And I did not name Magneto effect. That was already a name that someone else made. So it's very important to be on side with the most recent SMT. Read my comment before. No, Gary, I did not make Magneto effect. I did not make it. Read my comment. I see dead people. Oh my. No, Gary, I did not. Go watch my most recent video on Magneto effect. I got it from Elijah Galuza. I don't even know his last name. Hopefully that's not offending him. But anyway, yeah, Elijah Galuza. I got it from him. So this is essentially what happened and why I became liquidity here is because Magneto effect. At its Magneto effect at its finest. Alright. So yeah, you can kind of see why this occurred the way that it did. I wish I could just have the... I don't even know. I wish I could just have the S&Ts always on the chart. Like, I wish it would just... As the S&Ts were getting created, it would tell me. Because that would make my life way easier. Because then I could get on side. So how could you take a trade with this idea? Well, knowing this old 90-minute SMT is the sell side, we can go in. Let's see, what kind of key level do we have? You know, we actually reclaim this this old gap here quite a bit. In line with our high resistant liquidity curve, by the way. Right? All this is in line with our high resistant liquidity curve. Oh, I gotta journal the trades from today. Oh my. It's supposed to be journaling. And so basically we induce this in line with the high resistant liquidity, and then we'll have to look at this more later on, I'm not even gonna lie. But I guess the simplest way to take this is actually take this as a 5-minute 30-second change in state. Oh yeah, holy. That's fire. Whoa. Yo. Oh my gosh, look at this. Once again, guys, stop saying that the market, like, stop blaming the market for your loss, bro. The market's always right. Oh my gosh, look at 928. And actually, we should probably use... Oh my gosh. Market is always right. 30... And then a 30-second change in state off of the 5-minute BPR. Oh my gosh. How crazy clean is that, dude? I see dead people. Yeah, man. This is why this happened. Magneto effect off of 5-minute BPR. In line with high resistant liquidity. Do not blame the market. Do not blame the market. The market knows exactly what it did. It knows exactly what it did. You can cry to the market all you want, but it's not going to give you any mercy. The market's always right. Hee hee. So 30-second change in state, we can measure out this manipulation off of the high resistant liquidity. OTE tapped perfectly. Right to the fourth. Bang. That right there is a clean trade. So you put stop loss here. Wow. Do you guys see it? It's got, you guys gotta see this, right? Fourth standard deviation. We sent them to the gulag here. We sent everyone to the gulag. We sent all the people trying to trade the low resistant liquidity to the gulag. Magneto effect, baby. I should really be back testing. I mean, I should really be journaling the trade. Oh my gosh. So flow state retest off of 5-minute BPR in line with our high resistant liquidity curve, in line with magneto effect. There's not one Magneto video on YouTube. Well, that's because it's an underground. It's gate kept, bro. No one wants you to know about the Magneto effect because it's one of the most powerful. Sorry, it's funny, but it's true. It's true. I'm being serious. No. Did you guys watch? Did you watch my video? Did you watch my video yesterday? I have a PDF of the Magneto effect right here. It's advanced. It's an advanced quarterly theory concept. You are good. No, bro. No. Hang on. Nah, this is my proof right here. Right? I got this from Elijah Galuza. But it's a real thing. When you have a more recent SSMT or a more recent SMT in general, the old SMT becomes the drawn liquidity. It's just common sense. The old SMT becomes the new drawn liquidity when there's a new SMT. Magneto effect, bro. It's just common sense. But it's an advanced concept. See, this is a real thing. I'm not cooked, bro. I'm not cooked. It's real. See, look at this guy. That's just. Can you drop it in the Discord? You want me to drop this image in the Discord? Yeah, I'll drop all of them in the Discord. I'll put a section for advanced quarterly theory concepts. Gary's so funny. It's real, bro. It's just gate kept, but it's real. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll drop it in the Discord later today. Oh my gosh, it's 11:15 and I haven't journaled. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll try and make it fast. I kind of want to clean this up. It's a little messy right now. It's a little messy. Let's just get rid of 928. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of the extra text. Let's try and make this a little more clean. There's a reason this is so gate kept, because it's just good. It's just really good. Okay, let's re-screenshot this. Yeah, 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. 9:30. Flow state retest. 5-minute BPR. 30-second change in state. Okay, let's try and get this done. Oh my gosh, I don't have a ton of time to do this. But I gotta do it. We gotta do it every single day. Man, I should have been working on this a little bit while ago. Whatever. This stream might go a little bit longer. That's fine. Okay, quick break, and then I'm going to try and finish this as fast as possible. Unfortunately, as fast as possible doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be fast, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll do this. No, October 13th. Gary's so funny, bro. Yeah, I'm going to try and do this as fast as possible. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll set it. I'll try to do it. Yo, guys, there's a hamster stuck in the window over here. There's a hamster stuck in the window. Sorry, guys, I'm going on a side quest real quick. There's a hamster stuck in the window. You guys want let me know if you guys want me to take you on the side quest with me. There's a hamster stuck in the window. Okay, it's not a hamster. Apparently, it's a vole. I think it's an omen. Apparently, it's a vole. I don't know what that is. I've never even heard of that animal before. My mom was like, "Yo, it's not." She didn't say "yo," but she's like, "It's a vole." What is a vole, bro? All right, I'm gonna go take a picture of it. Never mind. I just gotta end the stream. Vole. Oh. Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. 100%. This little guy. This is what's outside the window. Yeah, man. I think it's a definitely just we gotta make a vole model. It digs deep into the key open times. I like it. I like it. But yeah, this thing is definitely thing outside the window, bro. That's what's out there. I was gonna take a picture, but I like it's just taking it's kind of hiding right now. Okay. So, break even. Whoops. Okay. Just got to get this done, even though I don't want to do it. So, first trade I took was we had a fair value gap that formed after we broke this high. And I was thinking, okay, let's just take this to get onside. So you can see nice little fair value gap that formed right here. So, okay, but there's more logic to this. So, we had a 90-minute SMT. So let's actually make this trade look good, so that way I don't look like an idiot when I post this on Twitter. So this is what I took. Essentially, this was the break. And we had a 1 minute change in state, but I was saying, okay, fair value gap should probably hold here. That's kind of the logic behind it. And the nice thing about it was we were below 730. Yeah, we're perfectly below 730. At the time, the true open was 852. Or no, 752. We were below that as well. And I think we're also below midnight. Yeah, we were way below midnight. So that was kind of the logic behind the trade. As well, we had a previous day's low sweep all the way over here into the void. So this is a new week opening gap. So we tapped the new week opening gap. So then all this is the new week opening gap. Oh, it looks ugly. And then all this could have been low resistance, but it wasn't. This was going into the macro as well. A lot of things to like about it. So all this was low resistance. Yeah, no real regrets about today. I think this was clean. Yeah, I don't honestly. I think it was a good trade. This first one was. As far as the second one goes, we'll just have to see. Do you trade crypto? I love crypto. I don't always pay attention to it, but I do really like it. But yeah, I'm open-minded to trading crypto more often, honestly. So yeah, 2022 gap. And so basically, with this in mind, I was anticipating expansion as well. We're in the macro too. So we're within the macro. So you can actually see when the macro ends, that's when this trade essentially stops. Kind of. Now sometimes, but we weren't even close to the draw on liquidity is the thing. I'm curious if we were in a dealing range. Yeah, nothing obvious. Anyway, this was the trade entry as a basically an inducement of this low. Yo. So it looks something like this. And then I was basically going to take this up to expand to the LRLR. And we did not end up going there. But that's okay, right? So I really don't mind this trade. Ended up being break even. That's okay. And then went break even like right here. So 859 2022 model. Two-minute. And this was taken live. And this was break even. So whoops. $8.59. And yeah, it's gonna be like probably like 3.3 R or 3.2 R. I was gonna go all off there. Post trade approval, yes. Take again. Oh, I mean, this was a good trade. I don't know. I think I would take it again. But the thing about it is there was a reason why it failed, and that was because I'm just gonna say no because, as always, I mean, if it's not a win, that means I did something wrong. So, I don't know. I think what happened is that we got those SMTs the other direction, and that Magneto effect dropped it. Okay. Nice trade. I actually executed with conviction when the fair value gap appeared with the 2 minute when the 2 minute gap appeared with displacement in line with my bias towards the LRR. Here is the thing. Technically, we didn't know yet if that LRR was going to break yet or if it was still going to be a resistance liquidity. Once market open occurred, it did not deliver us to run the LRR, so it was still all right. Nothing I inherently did wrong about this trade, but what happened? Hey, what up, Simon? Simon, how old are you? Young man. Nothing inherently did wrong about this trade, but what ended up happening is that LRR stayed high resistant and we got SMTs back to the downside above the true opens, so Magneto effect brought us back to the lows and took me out at break even. Overall, good trade. Outcome did not work out. And then as far as the next trade goes, $56. Oh, nice. I had no idea, bro. That's pretty sick. It's always cool to have, friends different ages than me. Yeah, man, I'm locked in. I get why you call me young man, I guess. Yeah, I'm 23. But sometimes I look at traders like there's traders even younger than me and I'm like, that's crazy. And then I would rather be your age. Yeah, but hey, I'm gonna be your age too one day. It's just part of life. So okay, you really think so? That means a lot, bro. Thanks. Okay, what was the next trade? I gotta screenshot this. I already did screenshot it. Let's save this to Google Drive. Man, this trade really could have worked out. This is one that I'm definitely gonna look at more in detail. later tonight when I do my back testing, because we started expanding, the macro ended, and by the time the macro ended, we were still pushing up against that high resistance trend line, and there was no more reason for it to break. So it didn't end up being low resistance, and it ended up staying high resistant, which is just, just how the cookie crumbled, I guess. Dude, you've no idea how impressed I am by you. Really? Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Not even BSing? Really? Well, thanks, bro. Sometimes I feel like I'm just constantly struggling, but I'm trying my best. So. Okay, so first let's import this trade. That means a lot, bro. Thanks. Yeah, just trying my best. And sometimes it's not good enough, but we keep going. We keep going. But this trade really could have worked out. It's just the fact that this did not turn low resistance. It stayed high resistance. That's okay. This is why we have risk management and we go break even. Alright, let's journal the next one. So the next one that I took, gave myself another opportunity essentially when we took this low at market open. What I was thinking is I was still wanting to see us run this low resistant liquidity, and now we had market open, so now we were within the next macro, which is some people, it's the Hydra macro from 920 to 940. This is according to my back testing. This is a macro. You can see it was a macro, but it was offside. I was offside with this Hydra macro, actually. So just finishing this up. So then we also had the next true open. Man, I was so close. I was so close to having the right idea here, but I missed these SMTs at the highs. I missed the bearish SMTs up against this high resistant liquidity. And so I was anticipating this to be low resistance, but we had two bearish SMTs here, a 22-minute one and a 90-minute one. And so that ended up creating this magneto effect down back towards this old SMTs. Meaning if we got the more recent SMTs are stronger than the older SMT. That's essentially what I'm saying. So this stayed high resistance. Even though I wanted us to come up to that, we didn't. It stayed high resistant. So we were essentially, man, it was such a good trade, but offside. Not even necessarily like, yeah, not even necessarily. It wasn't a good trade, obviously, because it lost and it was against the more recent SMTs. That's why it lost. So it wasn't a good trade. But if I had the SMTs correct, and if I was on side, then it would have been a good trade, because it was below all the true opens. We'll just mark those two to keep things simple. So 15-minute BPR. And then, yeah, we had a 1 minute change in state here. And I entered as an inducement of the low below the true opens. We had the Hydra macro. Once again, if the market was bullish, then this trade would have been amazing. It just wasn't bullish at the time. It wanted to go manipulate the lows. So we induced this low. I entered my trade as an inducement of the low, and then, well, we actually had this stay high resistant, and then we kept going lower. That's okay. That's why we have risk management. And yeah, this once again could have worked out offside because of the more recent SMTs that occurred at these highs against the high resistant liquidity. So yeah, this was the trade I took. It took the inducement. It's kind of had like a stop loss like this, targeting the LRLR. And yeah, that's okay. It's okay. Good. I honestly think it was a pretty strong trade with the wrong bias, and that's okay. And the reason the bias ended up being wrong was because we got SMTs against that curve, that high resistance curve that I thought was gonna be low resistance on market open, but it wasn't. So yeah, basically 9:30 we induced that low into the change in state, flow state. Yeah. Flow state dash, I'll call it flow state dash I, meaning flow state inducement. And 15-minute aligning with the 1 minute, 9:30. maybe for the sake of simplicity. Nah, I'll just. I might later on, I might merge flow state retest and flow state inducement to be the same, but right now, I'm just gonna go like that. Yeah, later on I might make those the same thing. 9:30. So yeah, in general, I really liked this trade. I think that if market open had instead delivered us instead expanded to go run the LRLR, this trade would have worked out beautifully. It was below all the true opens. However, what ended up happening is we got new S&Ts that formed at the highs above the true opens, and then when market opened, that curve actually stayed high resistant, and we continued lower. We did not if the market open had ended up being bullish and we didn't get opposing SMTs, this trade would have likely worked out pretty well. So yes, good trade. Post trade approval. What I take again? It was really good at the time. Right. Here's the thing. At the time, I didn't know that we had bearish SMTs. Right here and here. But I guess had I known that, then I wouldn't take it. So because of that, had I known that there were lower time frame bearish SSMTs against the high resistant liquidity curve at market open, I wouldn't have taken it. All right. $9.30. I already saved it. Flow state inducement. 15-minute, 1-minute, live. So I might actually make flow state retest the same as flow state. I might just call it flow, like same with Phoenix. Like anytime I enter an inducement, it's still a flow state model. I'm just getting a better entry. So I might just call it that. I might call it the same thing to keep things simple. Yeah, I actually might do that. I'll think about it while out today. Oh, I already screenshotted it. So if this had hit, this would have been 4.1 R. Not bad, not bad. And then okay. We're almost done. We gotta upload the other one to Google Drive now too. And then I'll probably be lazy and post to Twitter. Like a pretty lazy post. Because I just gotta go. So I'm gonna merge Phoenix Inducement and Phoenix to be the same. I'm gonna merge all of them actually. Phoenix Mini, Phoenix Inducement, and regular Phoenix to all just be called Phoenix. I'm gonna merge Flow State Inducement and Flow State Retest to just be called Flow State. I like that. So I can just keep things simple. I'll think about it. Okay. So there we go. All the trades are recorded here. Let's go ahead and what's the other thing we need to do? Oh, Reflect IQ. So, first trade was a break even. 0. Uh-oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll think about how I want to go about renaming all the models into one in the future so I can keep things simple. So break even. Yo, did it not save? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, for now I'll just make a new type called flow state flow state inducement. about it. Really? Hello? Bro, why didn't it save? Oh man, I think they're having issues again. Reflect IQ's having issues with trade saving. Alright, got added. I couldn't add the picture, but that's fine. Okay. Quick post on X. I'm not even going to explain the trades. I'm just going to say... Yeah, I'm not gonna explain. I don't have time to do a little explanation. Alright, okay, we gotta go. I gotta go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to keep moving forward. I'm never going to stop.